You won't believe who we're meeting today. You won't believe it. But today we have a guest who's been into abstract art for over 40 years, co-founded VR abstractionism, not just a trend, but continuing Marc Chagall's school. Let's meet him. I'll click now. Vyacheslav Semenko, NFT sole co-founder, VR abstractionism creator, as I said, 27 years old. Vyacheslav heads the graphic design department at Belarus State Art Academy, associate professor, author of textbooks on composition and design project planning called Visual Rhetoric, and more. That's not all. He's a member of the Belarusian Union of Artists and Designers. Today we'll be talking about suprematism in virtual reality, how they connect, why Vyacheslav chose this path, why VR and abstraction are so closely linked. Here we are. Great. I'll pass the mic to our wonderful artists and speakers today. And Vyacheslav didn't come alone. Olesya's with him. Do you have a special virtual name? Yes, my virtual name is Les1. Vyacheslav Yakovich's is B. These are our metaverse pseudonyms. In other meta spaces, I'm his tech assistant. He draws in virtual reality. Then I help create augmented reality in the real world. So his paintings aren't just virtual. They're also transferred to 2D oil on canvas. Wow, I think we're right on air. You'll send us links to works transferred from virtual reality to real canvases you can touch and display in reality. I think that's really cool and interesting. Now, let's hear from Vyacheslav. Yes, I'll take it from here. I prepared seriously, even wrote a small essay. They're taking new forms. I'm a professional artist with classical academic training, but my encounter with digital tech, especially VR, has influenced my work's content and form. Digital tech has changed how I evaluate many processes and trends in education, design, and artistic creativity.
In design and artistic creativity, an important factor was that I live in Belarus, known for the revolutionary abstract art movement of suprematism that emerged in Vitebsk in the early 19th century. Its creators, including Marc Chagall and Vasily Kandinsky, considered it pointless to depict reality. They advocated abandoning object representation in favor of simple forms that are the basis of the universe. They asserted that the circle, square, and triangle are archetypes of all real-world forms. Based on these ideas, Kazimir Malevich became the founder of suprematism, a new direction in abstract art. Suprematism, meaning superiority or dominance, disregarded content and focused on the interplay of primary forms, colors, and structures. The rise of VR tech like headsets has opened up new avenues for artistic expression. Personally, I'm drawn to visualizing our inner self through subconscious imagery. These images create their own unique world. In my work, I blend abstractionism and suprematism with VR tech possibilities. I've dubbed this fusion V-suprematism. VR suprematism's aesthetics prioritize form as the foundation for emotional harmony, resulting in associative, color-rich constructions. The creative process in VR differs greatly from traditional art. Instead of brushes and paint smells, you've got joysticks, limitless space, and intangible forms. It's a whole new ballgame for hand movements and sensations. In VR, you can move through your work, changing scale, color, and shape with ease. Creating art in VR is much faster than traditional methods. Abstract expression is crucial as many concepts can't be conveyed through figurative art. These concepts, VR's abstract artistic language, is vital in art education. Courses like formal composition are essential. Teaching with VR tech is incredibly effective. I'm planning to test this learning method with students this year. VR art has applications in design, architecture, ads, games, music videos, installations, multimedia exhibits, and more. We asked AI what Kazimir Malevich might say about my work. The response was, Malevich may have found these works too diverse compared to his own. His pursuit of simplicity and form purification aside, he could have appreciated the experimental approach to color. He'd likely value seeing his ideas evolve in a new context. Well, you can see my works now and how they look. Beautiful pieces. It's an inspiring story that's probably left many speechless, pondering and analyzing their own art. I think this will resonate with more than just those who... We're live now, and the key thing here is the chance to watch and ask yourself questions as a speaker. The first question is technical. There are still limitations with special devices needed, like VR headsets and controllers. I know VR is hot with everyone talking about Apple's new headset, but I think in a year we'll have more accessible and comfortable ways to enter virtual reality. Sorry, I meant augmented reality. It's a whole new level of interaction, the ability to view through glasses. It's not just a new level. Currently, we're limited to phones, but there's so much unused space around us. All of that is potential for augmented reality. There are many questions for you too. We'll return to this topic about augmented reality later. Let's talk about painting now. My professional question is, does understanding formal composition help you create your works? Without a doubt it does. Firstly, I teach this course on formal composition. Many themes in my works or their structure are based on compositional categories. Sorry for interrupting, but can we look at your works right now? For the viewers watching now and later, let's discuss formal composition. Pick any work you'd like to show and tell us about. It's a great chance to chat with a professor who really knows his stuff. It's not just formal speech, but truly understanding what's being said. This is valuable. Let me explain. Formal composition removes content, leaving only form. The form itself becomes the content. Here's an example. My avatar is opposite the work below. You can see both upper and lower parts. This is pure dynamics. Compositions built on zigzag, spiral, or broken lines and shapes. They're in their purest form here. The top one's called dance, though naming is always tricky. Association is the only method. For instance, the upper work resembles a dance. They're beautiful pieces showcasing an understanding of formal composition.
Understanding formal composition is key. Your work always grabs attention, and despite seemingly simple forms, it captivates the viewer. The gaze is drawn in, and you guide the viewer into your work. It makes them dive in, find associations. Without expert knowledge, the viewer won't just glance and forget. Understanding composition makes the viewer's gaze stick and immerse in the work. That's what I mean by tools. Yes, I truly envy your students who you're teaching formal composition to.